And this greed, compels producers of meat to behave in a certain way. Industrialized farming is driven by these market incentives, right? So mega farms cram all of these animals into these spaces, hundreds of thousands of them at a time. It creates the push to create genetically similar animals, animals that are essentially machines, in order for profits to be higher. And this torments the farmers as well. I mean, there was the people on the assembly line who I already mentioned, but farmers, chicken farmers, for example, where we very well might see the next terrible avian flu, are, experience, basically they're controlled almost like, drivers for Uber by Tyson, by these few big chicken mega firms. And, what I recently read was that when they're sent the sort of price lists and instructions for how to farm, they're also sent sort of suicide prevention material because their lives are also so terrible. And they are so under the thumb of these big corporations. And these companies, are driving them also to cram the animals into these conditions. And thus there is the drive to feed, to put antibiotics in the feed. That is also going to be that is already a huge public health threat. We could see the emergence, the next pandemic might be an antibiotic resistant superbug. And the authorities I've seen, outline what that might look like. It paint a pretty terrifying picture, right? So that's another threat on the horizon that we know of. We know it's there, and yet the behavior hasn't been changed.